Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name is Josh.
I'm Chris.
I'm Clay.
I got nothing, man. I don't know.
Fuck.
I'm here. Dude, I'm trying to come up with stuff, man.
My
And like, I
God.
feel like you guys have like
You're King
pressured me into not
Arthur or
being able.
something. I mean, you couldn't,
I,
you
oh
didn't have to
no.
do
So
that
here's the
much.
thing, dude. Normally, I'd be like Excalibur. Right now, I'm like fucking. You just put the pressure on, and I just can't perform. So yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm in need of. Cialis.
Now that
Fucking,
now
I don't
that
know what
I've
to
made
say.
it a thing, it can no longer be a thing. I get it.
I know. I'll have to
It's the
just. I'm
punk
gonna have to
rock.
start thinking about this on Monday. So by Tuesday, I'll have something for you.
No, it's
But
it's the whole punk rock thing. You just have to rebel against the standard, whatever. If I create a
That actually
standard,
makes a lot of sense. My brain is like, no, we're not doing this because they
yeah,
want me to. If you
right.
were like, dude, would you please stop it? I'd have something every time.
Oh, absolutely, you would.
Yeah, normally do. That's why I made it a thing. Whatever. Um, Anyways, we're back talking about Clay's pick in the rotation this week. This is Excalibur from 1981.
A world of wizards, kings, warriors, queens, swords, sorcery, and desire. Forged of splendor and magic, where future meets past, flesh meets steel, and the only fear is the pain of love. Excalibur, sword of power, sword of kings.
81. Yeah.
Clay, give us the
Uh,
lowdown.
I don't know much about like all the technicals behind the movie. I've seen it a million times since I was a kid. It's probably my favorite Arthur movie. It is the standard for King Arthur as far as I'm concerned. And when I was a child, I really thought I was like something of a King Arthur expert. All I did was read King Arthur books in the library. So yeah. And then this movie came out and I was totally floored by it. So, I have a very biased lens through which I watch this thing. I understand it's got some major flaws, but same standard issue King Arthur story, right? Did you have a question in there? Did I
So-
freeze?
no, you're good. So you were a King Arthur expert, and then the movie came out, or were you like, how old were you when this came
I
out?
don't I don't know. I think I like I was 3 years old when this came out. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like,
So
you're like 15, and like,
I discovered
I'm
it.
a, I'm a
Yeah, somehow.
thespian in King Arthur.
That's not
I
actually,
was
that's what, just to be clear, that's why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at anything other than your like super enthusiasm for King
oh
Arthur that I
dude,
did not
Right.
see coming. So I
I
was
love
just
this movie.
chuckling.
Yeah.
So anyway, standard issue King Arthur story. Uh, King Arthur's dad's a bad guy. He has a witch child. Or he gives what? No, he gives this child to Merlin, right? And his child is
Yeah,
Arthur. It's like
Right.
the product an
magic.
affair, if you will, a magical affair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so King Arthur's dad slips into this queen's chamber, and anyway, she has a baby with him, thinking he's somebody else. Uh, and so Arthur is born. Um, anyway, he grows up under Merlin's tutelage, and Merlin, I guess, hands him off to somebody else. Like, I don't know why
He was
that
like,
was
take this
he.
stupid baby.
Yeah, he wanted the baby, and then he gave it away.
He Luke Skywalker's him. He's just
Yeah.
like,
That's exactly what Carissa said. She's
yeah.
like, okay, Star Wars is here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, the Millennium Falcon. No, he
If
pulls the
only.
sword out of the stone haphazardly, and then the whole town notices, and he becomes king. And everybody's like, "This boy can't be king," even though he's like 38 in the movie. They say he's a boy. Uh, and and then time passes, and Lancelot comes to the scene, and Stoop's his wife, and they have trouble to the degree that they separate. Guinevere and Arthur do. She goes into like a convent, and he falls ill, and the land starts to suffer. So he sends the knights out on this final quest for the Holy Grail, and they all die, but one guy, such is life, right? We all want the thing we can't have, and we die trying to get it. And his son kills him, and he floats off into the distance, and that end of the movie, right? Um, so anyway,
Yeah,
seeing
Well,
it's
it
all
a
the
good
big,
bunch,
good
it's all
podcast,
the big
guys.
beats.
That was it. That was
good
the
talk.
whole
Uh, anyway, like I said, I really is into this movie. I love the colors. I love the scenery. There's lots and lots of armor, plate armor. I think that's just badass, right? They throw down fighting in all this full gear. There's a scene, like towards the end, they have the final battle, and they're swinging the swords down on each other, and you can see the main Arthur guy gets tagged in the back of the head by one, and he like covers his head for a minute, but he keeps on rolling, right? So it's pretty raw in places. I think that's what makes it cool to me. Helen Mirren, um,
Yeah,
Liam Neeson, who's the guy from
Dude, Gabriel Byrne.
Gabriel
Byrne,
Byrne?
yeah.
Yeah, Usual
Burn.
Suspect. He was on the tip of my tongue. A couple other people, notable actors.
Patrick
Very,
Stewart.
yeah,
Patrick
Patrick
Stewart,
Stewart.
yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
yeah.
of kind of theater seeming slant to the acting,
Magneto
right?
shows up for a little bit.
Yeah, poetic stuff. Anyway, what'd y'all think?
Yeah, this is kind of the odd one that, like, I've seen, and of course you've seen, but Josh and Randy haven't seen. It's usually the opposite of that. Um, I watched this about, I don't know, about a year ago or something like that, and really liked it. It's, like you said, it's kind of flawed, but I really just enjoy the way, it's what, early 80s. So I don't think there was a lot of stuff like this at the time. Um, the story is a little ragged, I guess, for lack of a better term. It's not necessarily told like that coherently, but for some reason, I really like that about it. It just kind of goes from,
That's
kind of
wild.
major event to major event. Maybe because I've already kind of seen it that the second time watching now, I don't care because I think it kind of bugged me the first time, but I really just liked all the sets and, you know, sword fights and armor and Helen Mirren and all that
There
stuff.
was a green light that they put on everything that it was bothering
Everything.
me.
Hmm.
As soon as Excalibur came out, this green light was on everything, and like I watched it with Krista because I thought this is the kind of movie she's gonna be super into, and she was super into the idea of watching this movie. And then we started watching it, and she just kept looking at me, and I was like, I didn't pick this shit. And she was like, Who picked it? And I was like, I'll give you one guess, and she got it wrong. And then I was like, Yeah, exactly, right? I'm shocked that Clay picked this, but yeah, man, this is I will never hardly ever say this, dude. 2.5 hours, and I needed more because I don't know what the fuck was going on in this movie. They just kept jumping around, and I was like, dude, I feel like I missed like 40% of the story because it should have been a miniseries, but I don't think they did that kind of thing. And this is Chris's actual response was like, I don't think they did that back then, and I'm like, yeah, probably didn't, but it should have been like a miniseries because they could have like fleshed it out more. I did like some of the sets and stuff like that. There's a lot of like little things I did like, but man, this was tough to get through, bro. Like,
Sorry.
no, dude, bro, I brought bad Milo to the table, so I can't really say, dude, I brought tiptoes. Okay,
Tiptoes.
so
I
you know
when
what can I
you
really
said
say?
when you said your internet went out, I was like, yeah, right. And then I
No,
was
no,
like, no, no.
it totally did.
And
And
then I
then
was
I
like, my
almost didn't
buddy.
want to tell you it came back on because I almost didn't want to do this podcast because I knew I was going to shit all over this movie
Ah,
because this
shoot.
was this is
It's
this,
fine.
dude. It was bad. Like yeah, it was. I mean, I don't. I don't know. You love it, so I don't want to just completely annihilate this movie. But nothing about this movie. I didn't enjoy a single minute of it. Two
One,
good-looking women with their shirts off, and I was still like, I don't give a shit. Like it's so long, bro. Like it was so
is
long.
it fantasy in general, just for like a future reference, right? Are you not a fantasy guy really, or
No, no,
what?
no. So here's the thing. I've read Excalibur the book. I've read King Arthur the book. I like King Arthur the
Hell
movie. I
yeah.
love Lord of the Rings. I like dragons. I like fire. I like D&D. I like all that shit. So just for future reference, I like fantasy stuff a lot, like a lot. And when I was
Like
young,
on screen?
all I read was high fantasy stuff when I was a kid. That's all I read. R.A.
Hell
Salvatore,
yeah.
Pierce Anthony, like that's my shit, bro. This
You know,
movie was just not meant for me, man. It was too long. It was the action was I thought So everything that you said, I just kind of acknowledge it and feel the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was the fights weren't very entertaining. The sets were cool. I do agree with that. But the green lighting was so bothersome that I could not quit looking at it. I was like, dude, it's everywhere. It was on every piece of like armor, whatever. I mean, I pick out these little things and they drive me nuts. So I'm not at all surprised that when a movie I wasn't super into, I found something to latch onto that I couldn't get my mind away from. But, you know,
It's like when a hot chick in a movie has really bad teeth and you just can't stop looking at her teeth and you're like,
dude,
damn
straight
it.
up.
Like
Just one bad
everything she
tooth.
says,
Yeah.
yes.
She's got a dead tooth on the left side. You're like, oh, but she's so good looking. But like, it was just. I thought the acting was horrible. I thought that the dialogue was even worse. Like, I mean, I was so I couldn't. I kept telling Chris, I was like, I think it's gonna get better, and then it just didn't.
Oh
And at the end of the
man.
movie, I was like, did that really just end like that? And she's like, yeah. I was like, that's. And Merlin, I, bro, he looked like the Superman guy, and I
He's pretty
couldn't.
corny.
Bro, I couldn't handle it. It was like Merlin's supposed to be like a badass, and he was like slapstick comedy in this movie. He was like dooper like
Yeah,
I'm ding
he's
ding
a
ding.
little dumbass. And
Like
then
why they have the little metal thing on his head? Like I don't understand it, bro.
I
Like
think it's for conductivity so that
you know?
So thunder
Yeah.
doesn't strike him
The,
Or,
the
or so it
lightning.
does. I don't
the
know.
last thing I'll just say that's gonna torpedo this movie is that after it was over with, like 10 minutes went by and I went in the bathroom and Krista was like brushing her teeth, and I was standing there and she like looked up at me and I was like, "So did you like that movie at all?" And she literally was like, "Nah." She goes, "That movie was bad," and it went back to brushing her teeth, and that's all she said. And I was like, "All right," as I thought she was gonna love it, and then halfway through, I wasn't really sure. Towards the end, I look over and she's like just zoned out, like looking at the ceiling. I'm like, "Fucking man, it was a rough watch, dude." I thought it was actually kind of hilarious that I did that I hated it so much because it's like I don't know, I get a kick out of hating shit, so But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm
had
like
a
sweating because
feeling.
I feel bad. Like I'm just like I feel guilty, dude. Like.
Right. No, no. After watching it, I had a strong feeling I knew your take on this one for sure. And when you weren't uh, possibly going to make it, I was like, oh, you know what? This is probably not the worst one for me to miss.
advantageous.
Um,
The Patty household has been eliminated. Yeah. It's all good, man.
take the night
Uh,
off, man.
I'm glad you
Uh,
came out though, really, because I was like, damn it, Anyway, go ahead. Sorry,
Dude,
Josh.
hey man, if I'm gonna bring to the table some of the shit that I'm gonna eventually bring to the table, I have to sit through movies that I don't like sometimes. It is what it is, man. Like I don't really care that much. I just was surprised. I was more surprised by it because you were like, "No, this movie's awesome." And so when I started, dude, within like 5 minutes, I went, "Oh man," I was like, "Oh, I
yeah.
don't
Man,
think
it's
we're
got
gonna
it
agree on this
all.
one."
Here's the
It's
thing.
got it
I could feel it.
all.
It was a feeling I got. I was like, "This isn't gonna be the kind of movie I like." But I was really surprised by it. The cover of the movie is so badass that I was
Yeah.
like, "This is gonna be awesome." And then I hit play, and I was like, "Dude, I fucking bought this movie, bro. I'm never
Oh,
watching
you
this shit
did?
again." Yeah, it
On
was like
DVD
$5.
or
No, it was just on like streaming. But like,
I
you
oh
know,
shit.
I literally thought like, man, I should have saved the dollar. Like, what? On what
right.
planet should I worry about?
It was a $4 rental or a $5 purchase. I did the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
Oh
man, but
damn.
like, I will say this: at some point, I want like my kids to watch this because I would love to hear what they say. Because I bet you anything that Parker and Charlie will love this movie, and if they grow up watching it, they'll probably like it forever. And that's I like that. That's cool. I'm down with that.
This was like my Harry Potter. I mean,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Like, so I want
it
them to
Right.
have
was
that experience too. You know, but
totally
like
bonkers.
my King Arthur movie, the first movie that I can recall is actually that one with Clive Owen that I like latched onto. So I like that movie is probably not that good, but I love that movie. So you know.
Yeah, I remember watching there's a cartoon from the 70s,
I
80s.
remember that too. That shit's
Probably came out
fire.
about the same time. But I remember watching that as a kid as a kid and loving that. But
Which
I never watched
cartoon?
this. I don't remember what the name of it, but it
I
was a
think it's
Disney
called
cartoon.
Excalibur, the cartoon.
Was it like is it Sword
Or
in the Stone?
oh shit, that's well, I mean there
Oh,
might be another
that's
one.
like
There's a
a
couple.
Disney cartoon, right? Yeah.
Mm,
Dude, at
Sword in
one
the
yeah,
point in
Stone.
this movie, bro, he's holding
yeah.
Excalibur like this, and that motherfucking sword just goes brr, and it bends. I was dying laughing. I'm so glad I caught that. I was laughing for like 10 minutes. Dude, I had to pause the movie, bro. I could not stop laughing. Which,
Yeah,
Man, what about when Arthur gets knighted? Like, that's such a badass scene. He freaking crawls up the walls of the castle and tosses all Patrick Stewart's enemies out, and then they
Dude,
hop in. You probably fast forwarded past it, but it's
I didn't
it's
fast
good,
forward through any
man.
of it, which is probably why I hated it so much. I should have been like Clay style, and I'd have been like, that shit was
You
rad.
should implement the fast forward. If it's not working out, you could shave a good 40 minutes off this movie.
Dude, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Dude, at one point, Carissa needed to go to the bathroom, so I paused it, and I literally out loud went, "Fuck, there's an hour and 15 minutes left." I thought there was like 30
Damn
minutes
it.
left in this movie. It just kept going, bro. This motherfucker's an Energizer Bunny of fantasy movies.
Yeah, it is
It
long.
is what it
It's
is.
a long, pretty long movie, but it's like it spans the entire life of King
Yeah,
Arthur, which
that's where it went wrong, in my opinion. The
I
Yeah.
first 20
Well,
minutes were like a whole different community of people, and I was like, what are we doing?
mm,
yeah, and I think just the surrealistic take of how they tell the story is just absolutely not for you.
Yeah, well, just I mean, they're like the way that the people talked in it. I thought just whatever. I don't want to continue to shit on this movie. Like I don't really care enough. But like, there was enough silly shit that where I couldn't quit giggling. I did laugh a lot, but it was like at the movie, not with the movie type shit. I was like, this is so crazy. The green light thing, I'm never gonna be able to get over that though. It was everywhere, bro. It was just like they had a bunch of green laser lights, and they're like, make sure everybody got some green tint to them. They need to understand Excalibur does this, and I'm like, fuck. It's so aggravating. Like, why is the bog green? Like, what? Dude, the fucking hand out of the water at the end. Bloop, bloop. I was like, I was hearing like Mario music in the background of my head, dude.
I'm sure you were checked out by that point.
That's what I heard when that happened, dude. That was awesome. Now I want to just replay that part.
So did Josh like this at all? Is the question.
yeah. So I was waiting for Randy to finish. So so okay, so I've had this on my list for a long time. This is a
Oh,
pretty well liked like
Yeah,
King Arthur movie. It's like one of the more like probably at the top of most King Arthur lists, right? It's pretty beloved.
yeah,
really?
And
it
it's
is.
John Boorman, a director I really like. I love Deliverance. And what else? He did the oh, Point Blank. Yeah, he did the movie Point Blank with Lee Marvin. This great like spy crime movie. Um, yeah, I just couldn't quite get into this either. I would like I was kind of in and out. It is just very of its time. It kind of just feels like you're at the Renaissance fair for a lot of it, you know.
For real.
And I couldn't
For real.
ever like get over that to a certain extent. I there was good scenes, and then I think the real like the middle of the movie like really drug for me. Like once he becomes King Arthur and like he's like the actor I feel like is completely miscast for King Arthur. Like he's kind of just a wet blanket, and he kind of acts like he's got I don't know, like he's there's not much to like about him in the movie, like especially in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like he made a good like early King Arthur, but then as he grew up, he was exactly the same. And he
Yeah,
didn't really.
he never seems to like be very heroic or like learn very much. I don't know, like
Well,
it's
he's
just
like blasé about his homeboy banging his wife, and I'm like, nah, bro, that would get you murked back then.
yeah,
That dude was cutting you in pieces.
yeah, it's weird. Like a lot of the drama in the movie is like it's told very flatly. It's like there's not they don't like emphasize these big moments sometimes. Like things will just happen and like okay, we're on to the next. Like
No.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just like I think it's a direction issue really. I think the movie is just not like focused.
I think it's got like three, I think it maybe has like four acts in it. And
At
it's,
least, yeah.
yeah, and it's tough to really be like you said, I can understand the timeline doesn't really have a distinct termination and end like beginning point. And then you have sort of this witchcraft in the middle of it,
Yeah.
like, and that sort of turns things around.
Honestly, I liked like maybe like the last 30 minutes the most. Once Helen Mirren
Hmm.
actually like shows up, and you get into that plot and you get into the Holy Grail stuff, I was much more engaged with that stuff than I was like the whole like middle chunk of the movie. I thought was kind of boring.
I agree with that. I
Um,
think by that point I was kind of checked out though. But yeah,
yeah,
but the last 30 minutes or so were far more entertaining to me as well.
like her as the witch and all that stuff. I thought that was actually pretty cool. And Helen
Well,
Mirren is hot, so I was more engaged.
she looked awesome, man. She looked really good in that movie. I thought that the lady who played Guinevere was that was more my style, but I do
Right.
understand the Helen Mirren hype. She was bad, dude. Even Carissa was like, "Dang, man, Helen Mirren." I was like, "I know,
Hmm.
fucking slay, bitch." But I, can you imagine had they taken the same exact people that were in this movie? Let's say that Patrick Stewart was King Arthur, Liam Neeson was Lancelot, and then
Yeah.
uh, the dude from Usual Suspects was Merlin, and they just mixed that around. And those dudes had the leads. This movie would have probably been far better with the acting. Now I don't know the reasons why they cast who they cast, where they cast them, but Liam Neeson being some like oofy knight is crazy when he could have been like Lancelot. That dude would have killed it. He's huge, bro. He's
That's
a big ass
awesome.
dude.
I agree.
Like,
I think a lot of the issue is with casting too. It's
yeah,
just yeah, the main guys are not just really not delivering it for me.
bro, them fake beards and stuff were hilarious, dude.
Yeah, they were
Man,
pretty
I watched
funny.
it on the big screen in here and I could see it from a mile away. And I was like, when I first realized that they were, I was like, wait, could these dudes not grow facial hair? I was like, I was really confused. Like, well, I guess back then they just used, you couldn't tell back then, man, on the way the a
Yeah.
theater screen or something, you couldn't have told. So, like, it
Yeah, I was
wouldn't
gonna
make sense to have all those dudes do all that shit back then.
yeah, I
Just
was gonna
screw it
say
on.
they're about to come out with a 4K here in like a couple of
Oh,
weeks
shit.
from Arrow. So like part of me like wants to see how good it looks because it's very like washed out and kind of foggy throughout the entire movie. And I just wonder if
Hmm.
any of that's
Oh man.
fixed at all in the 4K, but like stuff like you're talking about with the mustaches and bad hair and like a lot of stuff like that, it might be just
It's
be
gonna look
way more obvious.
it's gonna look even more fake, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it might. Um, I'm gonna buy the 4K though. I want to see it.
I was thinking about it too,
I'm
man,
just curious what
because
they do with it.
I have the Blu-ray, but I was thinking the same thing. Like when I'm watching, it, I'm like, I wonder if Blu-ray is as good as it gets, or like, I mean, 4K would be another bump up. As much as I love this movie, and I think the Arrow 4K is pretty reasonable. It's like 37 or I don't know.
Yeah,
Last
it's
I
like yeah,
looked.
30 something bucks on Amazon. That's not too
Yeah,
bad.
Arrow
but
does good quality stuff too. So I mean, you're
Oh
not
yeah.
wasting your money with Arrow.
I
Yeah,
think
but
it's. Go ahead.
this they could just go either way and just look awesome or just look absolutely terrible. But
I think this is a good telling of the King Arthur story too. I think, like generally it has some additions in terms of the relationship and the love child and I think that was pretty awesome. So, and then the Holy Grail, when they actually find it, is sort of more like a spiritual place where the Grail
Hmm.
is held. And that I think makes it difficult, right? So they're going through the woods like this, wherever all the knights are dying. I think it's Mordred or whatever. I think that's his name.
the
Mordred.
sun,
Yeah, the son.
something like that.
And anyway, so he gets to the forest and he almost dies, and then he goes back to Arthur, right? And he's like, I failed. Well, he was like near death, having sort of like a near death experience, and that's when the Grail appeared to him the first
Right.
time, right? And then the second time, kind of the same shit happens. So I think it's an awesome telling of the story. I love when Arthur gets knighted. I also love when Lancelot shows back up, right? It's kind of weird because
Hmm.
Lancelot's like a homeless guy,
Yeah.
pulling
Hmm.
potatoes out of the ground with his teeth and shit. And then next thing you know, he's on the battlefield, right? But it's inspirational to see him kind of rally around him. And I don't know, man. I think it's a badass movie. Uh,
There's moments like that, like the Grail stuff. I liked a lot. Those sort of surreal
Do that right now.
moments and stuff. The felt like he actually had like an idea. Like there was some like real artistic flourishes and stuff like that. And then other times it just doesn't. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I think it could have been a really good like two-parter movie. If there
yeah.
was like two good 2-hour movies where you could have made like him becoming King Arthur and then the
Right.
quest for the Holy Grail and everything else after that. because
or
yeah, it's
or
obviously missing a lot of threads between some of the, events in the movie that it could have used details to, tie it together somewhat.
or just
Um,
focus it a little more. Just like you
yeah,
got to pick a section and really like drill in on that. And maybe you can kind of like skip through like montage through like the beginning, like the sword, pulling the sword from the stone and stuff, and to get to the stuff you want to get to, but like spending this equal amount of time on all of these events, I think was kind of a mistake.
yeah, just trying to put too much,
Yeah.
what, 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack
Yeah.
or something like that.
There you go.
Just
And
first
Yeah,
at the
I'm
scenes.
because
curious.
it's
I'm curious about that 4K too, because I feel like it's intentionally shot to be very hazy
I think,
that
yeah,
way.
for sure.
You know, it's
I think yes,
yeah.
yeah,
It
very
it
much so.
a lot of the like of old fantasy movies have that sort of look. I think it's
What's the
sort of
one Legend? That whole movie's like that. That and Glitter.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's some glitter in this one too. Not
This
as
is
Yeah.
much,
Josh's
but
favorite movie.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just sent a image to the group text. I don't know if anybody can see this on screen or not, but this is the Gil Kane and John Jake's Excalibur book.
Mm.
This is the one that I read as a young man. Like I was probably like in my high school probably still when I read it, and I went right through that book. I read it in like 3 days, and it's big. It's like 100 400 pages or something. It's big,
Hmm.
and
Hell yeah.
I read it real quick, man. So like I do like this kind of stuff. I like these stories. Um, so when I critique a movie like this, it's not because I don't like fantasy. I just this particular telling of it wasn't really for me. But yeah, I was hoping I could find this book because I knew exactly what it looked like. But I remember getting it. I wore this book out, man. I probably read it a few times back like when I was young. Back then I didn't have as much stuff to do. I didn't have as much money. So if I got a book, I'd read it more than once. There's one called A Spell for Chameleon by this dude named Piers Anthony. The book probably changed my life because it sent me down a path of reading books that I never would have read otherwise. But
I
yeah,
kind of, man, and we have a lot of fantasy influences on kids now, but like to me, a knight sort of embodies like a particular type of guy, right? A hero type. He's out to help the little guy. He's saving the women and shit. He's forgiving. He's valiant. I don't know. You just get
Morals,
into that.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's crazy that this is just another example of how people think different because I definitely don't think like that. I think more of like the Robin Hood type. Shocking, I'm sure. But
the
like,
punk rock, yeah, the,
well,
the
like,
underground.
just like I'm
That's
like knights.
awesome.
That sound like the police to me, man. F them dudes. Like but I mean that's it's interesting,
That's awesome.
but
So you were like the underground kind of,
I like wizardry, elves, and shit like that, man. Knights,
that's badass.
But like I'm like sincerely though, like Robin Hood types are more my people. That's a
That's
movie
cool.
that I liked. That Kevin Costner movie was awesome. What was that one called? It was called
Prince of Thieves.
Prince of Thieves. That movie's we should watch that one day. That movie was dope.
Oh yeah,
Kevin
That and we can
his
Costner.
do Waterworld
You
accent
after
talk
that.
is
about flat.
his accent is top notch in that
I
movie.
can't. I don't remember if he. I don't remember. I haven't seen that movie in so
Oh,
long, but I remember my dad liked that one.
he tries his accent for like
Does
10,
he?
10 seconds and then he gives up.
Probably a wise move, honestly. He's
He's
probably
like,
like
I
da
give
da da
up.
da. Ooh, that was bad. I'm like,
Right. Uh, what's the Alan Rickman is the bad guy in that movie. Love, love, love him in that movie. I'll cut your
hell
heart
yeah,
out with the spoon.
dude. I haven't seen
The,
that
the
movie in so
best.
long.
I love it. That's a TNT classic, bro.
He's on like a
I've seen that a bunch of
full-on,
times.
yeah, he's on a Colombian meltdown in that movie somehow. Like he's
Oh,
just bonkers.
yeah, it's fun. And Morgan Freeman in there. Good stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Morgan Freeman
yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
He
That
was
guy's
in a ton
goaded.
of shit around that time. Like he just kept you kept being like, hey, there's more there's God again. Like Morgan Freeman.
I
Oh
just bought a
yeah.
Morgan Freeman movie.
Really?
I bought Kiss the Girls.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
like
one.
Along Came a Spider, Kiss the Girl. I like all those movies, dude. That era of like seven ripoffs is great, man. I love it, dude.
Mm.
All those movies are fun.
Very
Seven's so
good.
good.
Those are good. Yeah, man, I was a little bummed because I really wanted to like this and I was expecting to like it a little bit more than I
I was
did.
pretty excited to watch it, if I'm honest. I was like,
Uh
dude, this is gonna be awesome.
I think
Well, I'm a little bummed too because I really wanted it to be the massive grand slam home run that I think it is. But
Dude, I
I'm
genuinely
sorry.
couldn't. I like racked my brain. I was like, did he say he's seen this before? And I told myself, I like talked myself into believing that you didn't actually you hadn't seen it. And so when you were talking about like, man, I watched it as a kid, I was like in my head, I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't want to even talk about it. I almost just been bloop. Where did he go? I don't know. I just
it's
left.
His
funny,
internet
like
went out again.
my 80s movies are like you. Like Josh, you have some 80s movies, right, that come in that you're like that are sort of good to you. My 80s
Yeah.
movies, I think the 80s is the problem is where I'm going with this, right?
Mm,
Because there's like very distinct fucking categories that these movies fall into, like Streets of Fire.
yes.
I was like, man, I love this, and you guys were all kind of like, and
I
like
love that movie, by the way.
I think we all
Yeah, I
liked
liked
that
it.
movie.
most like Better Off Dead. That's an 80s movie.
I
Yeah.
And
don't
you
even
haven't
remember that one.
seen some of the bullshit 80s movies that me and Randy probably have, right? Like
I've seen a lot
Desperately
of that
Seeking
shit.
Susan and Who's
Ew.
That Girl and all the Madonna shit, all the Sean Penn, all the
I
Sean
just
do
Penn rules.
I do think there is a large problem with 80s movies that if you weren't there and you didn't watch it at the time, they don't
yeah,
hold up as well. Because
the
like
music too, sorta.
I always go back
Oh,
to
for
like
sure.
Big Trouble in Little China. I hated that the first time I watched it. Now I like it because I've seen it a few times. But just movies from the 80s, I find they really are of their time.
That's
Yes.
why
And
80s horror movies are so important because they are of their time and there's no replicating those. Like 90s horror movies are vastly different than 80s.
That's
80s
true.
are.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
90s movies have a very distinct
They
style
all,
too. Like,
dude,
but
70s, 80s, and 90s are all classic decades in horror for different reasons, but I think 80s reigns supreme because it's like they go like way over the top with the
There's
camp,
something about the
the gore,
80s that
and
just
right.
it works for horror, but other genres it kind of falls short. But I mean, whatever. I mean, I might actually watch this again one day with the kids or something. But it was kind of I was just really the thing is it's just like an album. If I was expecting to like it and then I don't, I gotta just like chill on it for a little while and then revisit it later because I now that I know what
I
it is,
wouldn't, yeah, I wouldn't be in a real hurry to watch it again, man. It's a
it's
big
too long. I
commitment.
can't I can't watch it again soon because it was an investment of my whole evening. But like, you know, uh, whatever, man. Like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't really care. It's a good talking movie because y'all liked it, we didn't. That makes it a much more fun conversation than if we're all like, yeah, that was good. All right, bye guys. Like that would be kind of boring. So, you know, and I genuinely like the sets and stuff. I like kind of movies
I
like to do
think I
that.
was expecting a little more of like what Flesh and Blood was. You know, that movie is maybe just a couple years later. I think it's Orion Pictures also. Like it's got a very similar, vibe, but it's much grimier and
Yeah,
you know,
it's
This
a
felt like
rowdy
a
movie.
it felt like a kids movie to me. It felt there was no it wasn't very whimsical. It didn't have much violence. Like the blood was cool and there was a bunch of like naked ladies at one point, but like it still felt like a kids movie. Like I felt like I could let my kids watch this and not even none of it mattered. Like because
yeah.
none of it was gratuitous. That's the thing. Is none of it was gratuitous. Even the violence, the nudity, none of it was gratuitous. Which in early 80s it wouldn't be really, but um
there is like a TV cut where they cut out a lot of that stuff,
Okay.
so
interesting.
kids can watch it.
Interesting.
Yeah. But makes me want to go read this book again. That's for like legitimately, I might go buy a copy of this and read it again. Which, if it does that, I feel like that's a win.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I guess
stick
so.
with Monty Python and the Holy Grail, per-
Bro,
personally.
I fucking hate Monty Python, and I would definitely rather watch that.
But
Just based on runtime, like fucking dude,
sure, yeah, it's like a
it
90 minute
killed me,
movie.
dude. 2 hours, 20 minutes. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
No, there's some
Look,
good
no, it's
stuff
pretty
in
good
here,
though.
Clay. There's some good stuff in there, Clay. I just, yeah, it didn't totally land for me, but I'm glad I
I'm with
watched it. I'm not mad I watched it.
I told
I'm
Carissa, I was like, if Josh says he likes this movie, I don't believe him.
It's just too far out.
Oh
Oh
man.
man.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's like a dagger, isn't it, guys? You're like, oh, I mean, I love this movie. My fucking friends hate it.
I'm not that surprised though.
No, but
Yeah.
no, and I mean, I have movies that I picked that I'm like, I rewatch it while we're watching it, as a group. I'm like, oh, I probably should have just kept this one to myself. Like, shit. But
Sometimes things belong in your memory. You know, you ever go rewatch a show that you loved as a kid and you're like,
Oh
oh,
man.
wait, this isn't actually good. I love
Oh, dude, yes,
We
many times.
we were talking about Punky Brewster the other day, and I was like, I was thinking that exact thing. I was like, man, I used to think Punky was the bomb, and then now I was like, was it really that good, or was I just
No, I can tell you it
7
was
years
not that
old?
good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we've closed up the conversation on Excalibur. Randy, why don't you lay it on us?
Oh shit.
What is the pick
Dude.
for next week?
Hopefully you guys are into this. We're watching fucking Sonny Chiba Street Fighter.
Oh, cool. I
Oh,
always wanted to watch
Okay.
that.
Hell yeah.
if you want to watch all three, I say we do it, but we can just stick with number one.
I actually bought a Sonny Chiba set
Me too. That's
from,
what this is.
yeah, and I have not cracked into it ever.
I'm
Badass.
pretty
So
confident
this,
we're all going to at least
yeah,
like this movie.
I
So
have not seen it, and so it's
you
definitely
haven't seen it
something I
ever?
want. No.
Yes, bro. I hope you like this. There's a chance you may not, but like I think everybody will like this one. I did go through a couple. I had a few on my list, and then I was like, no, this is shorter. It's action. It's da 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 da. It's at least it won't take long. It's not a long movie. So if it doesn't land for you guys, it's not a super big investment. But I think this is the kind of movie that we're all gonna like. We might like different things about it, but I've seen this movie a bunch of times. Obviously, being Romance being one of my favorite movies of all time.
Mhm.
That's where I learned about this movie. I'm not gonna act like I learned about it somewhere else. I just remember him, Christian Slater, talking about it. It was honestly, it was between this and another Christian Slater movie that I was like, ugh. And I went with this. So just be prepared for Pump Up the Volume at some point in the near future. I don't know if it'll be my next pick, but sometime in the near future,
Good
Pump Up the
movie.
Volume's coming too because I love that movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Sonny Chiba, Street Fighter, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice. I've never seen those either, and like martial arts movies are blind spot for me. I've seen very few.
Have you
So,
not seen Enter the Dragon? I can't remember.
no, I actually haven't.
That might be on my list soon too, then, because I haven't seen that movie since I was a youngster. Like it's been a long, long time. But I remember that one was where my dad and I were like, "Oh, we like similar movies now." Like I was like,
Okay.
"Dude, he kicks the shit out of those guys." Yes, Bruce
I've
Lee's awesome.
definitely seen like fight sequences, like just watched some of the fights from that movie, but I've never sat down and watched the whole movie. So
I've seen The Last Dragon. Have you seen The Last Dragon?
Oh hell yeah,
no.
Show enough.
show
Shia
enough.
LaBeouf.
Dude, love that movie. I got that
Bruce
one too.
Leroy.
Bruce
I haven't
Leroy's the shit.
I haven't seen any Bruce Lee movies, but I've seen Bruce Leroy.
Man, I need to
Damn,
introduce you
dude.
guys to some Bruce Lee movies, dude. You know what movie would be surprisingly good to you guys? It's The Man with the Iron Fists by with RZA made it, and it's
Oh
made
yeah,
like
yeah,
an
yeah.
old kung fu movie, but it's modern. Russell Crowe is in it, and he might be the best thing of all time in that movie.
Oh
Like
man.
he goes full Russell Crowe. Like only thing that can make that movie better is if Nick Cage was in it because it would fit so perfectly. But that movie is so badass, and it's one of the rare movies that like you wouldn't expect to be very good that is, but that the sequel is just as good. Like when I watched the sequel, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this actually, I almost didn't watch it. I was like, it's probably gonna suck. And then because the sequel, I think was a straight to video one. And yeah, man, the Man with the Iron Fist is badass. It's like the Wu-Tang guys got to make a movie about all the movies they watched as a youngster, and I was like, those guys are experts on that shit. So if that movie would have been bad, I would have been really surprised. But all the music in it is by the RZA, so it's all like old school action stuff, modern hip hop music. It's great, man. Dude, it might get put on the show. I've been always afraid to bring it up because I'm like, man, they're not gonna want to watch this because it is like a low budget, like modern kung fu movie. But it is good. I watched it sort of recently, like maybe a year and a half ago. And Carissa liked it a lot too. It's fucking awesome, man. It's a badass movie.
Sounds
But
cool.
yeah, Street Fighter is verifiably awesome.
Sweet. Sounds good, man. I'm
Yep, I'm
excited.
down.
We
Okay.
talking Marty Big Dick this time or what?
Marty Supreme.
We can.
Can
Yeah.
because
We met.
I was the holdout. I hadn't watched it, but didn't have a whole lot of time last week. But I did check it out. Check it out finally. Um, yeah, it wouldn't have made my. I think I had it at like number six. I think I would put it at like number six, maybe number five. But I only seen it like a week ago, so
That's pretty good though.
I'll let some
Anywhere
time
like
pass. But
top five or
it's
six is solid.
it's it's up there on my list. That's good.
I
Yeah,
think it holds firm in my three spot, man. I like that movie a lot. I want to watch it again soon.
oh yeah. It's I think it's hard to start the conversation because it's been like a week or two since we've seen it, so it's not
Yeah.
it's fresh. But yeah, I mean the Safdies are, I mean their filmmaking is incredible. I absolutely love that story. It's the the energy, the chaos, the heart, all of it. Just it's like a sports movie, but just injected with absolute chaos. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's like
Timothy's
a toned down version of the Adam Sandler flick. It's like
uh,
reined in a
Yeah.
little bit, but it's still chaotic.
right. Yeah, yeah. It has all the hallmarks of that stuff, but the character's a little more relatable. You can root for him a little bit more, but he's still
A little
like,
bit.
yeah, but he's still get himself into bad situations, and most of it is pretty much all his fault too.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but
The
Absolutely.
that girl Odessa Azion or whatever is how you say
Yeah.
her name.
Zion, yeah.
Yeah.
So I rewatched that Hellraiser movie because I knew
Ah,
she was in it, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to see how she does in that movie. I can't remember. I thought she was pretty good. Man, that chick can be a superstar if she just plays her cards right, man. Because she is, first off, like physically, she's a stunning looking woman, right? So she's gorgeous and she's
Hmm.
interesting looking. She's not just like, oh, blonde haired, pretty woman. She's like
cute. Yeah.
interesting looking. Um, but she's a pretty dang good actor too, man.
Yeah.
Like she has quite a bit of range. Because I watched her play a junkie, then I watched her play like a what is this, 70s, based in 70s or 80s, 70s?
It was the 50s.
I was in 50s. Okay, so like a
Yeah.
woman from a different time period, like, and she did it really, really well. Um, I wouldn't say she should win awards necessarily yet, but she did a good, really good job. I was captivated by her performance. I thought she did a really great job. Um,
She's in Until Dawn too, which is pretty okay,
I don't
but
know that. I don't know
she's
that
a
one.
It's
cutie.
like a video game movie, right? I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Monsters or
She's
something.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then she's got a new TV show that's doing well. I Love LA, I think. It's a
Okay.
Hmm.
big TV show. So I think she's kind of blowing up right now.
Yeah, she's
Good for
very
her,
good.
man.
Marty did very well in the box office, so I think
It
people are
was so, dude, it was
yeah.
so good, bro. It was so good. And then
Yeah.
like Fran Drescher was in it, and I didn't even realize that was her until like a week after I watched it. I was like, that was Fran Drescher? And then I went back and thought
Yeah.
about it. I was like, damn, it sure was. And I
The
just
Annie.
couldn't
Yeah.
believe it, man. Like I don't know, dude. This movie, I stand firm on my placement. 3 out of my top five. But like number three, bro, that's pretty damn good. Like, Tyler Creator did a great job. Kevin O'Leary was probably the biggest
Yeah.
surprise. Like that guy
That's
is a pretty good
insane.
actor.
Yeah.
It was good. It
Yeah, I
was really
mean,
good.
I think Josh Safdie is really smart with his casting. The way that how he chooses people, he chooses he uses people's true personas a lot. In like even Timmy, I think a lot of this sort of go-getter attitude, just absolutely like going for
Yep.
it, is like kind of who he is too. So he picks these people and writes these parts based
He
off of
goes by his gut feelings, it feels like. He's like,
I think
"Mm,
so a lot.
this
Yeah.
dude feels right, and he just goes with it.
But like Abel Ferrara showing up for like 15 minutes, like he apparently wrote that part for him. Like he's
So
got
Oh,
these
really?
crazy.
people in his head, yeah. And a lot of it is, I think he's a New York guy, and he just has these like all these people have it's like shortcut casting. Like when you bring someone in that has like a history in that way, like Abel Ferrara has like a this huge history with grimy New York filmmaking. Like
Yeah.
you can get away without explaining who this guy is, and we know exactly who he is. So it's a lot of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Like the very opening scene where Timmy's working in the shoe store and he's helping like a woman with her shoes. That chick is from the Howard Stern show. I didn't really know at the time,
Oh, really?
but she's she's like a caller from the Howard Stern show that's
Huh?
just famous for calling into the Howard Stern show. But she's super New York and I think just plays that part of the old New
That's
Yorker
awesome.
very well. So, yeah, I guess backs up what you're saying about, him casting and just
I
putting random people in places, but they work out.
I think Josh Safdie is a madman. Like I think he worked on it. He said he worked on it for like 6 years or something straight, and
That's
he
awesome.
and he cast every single extra himself. Like
Huh?
went through the casting process on everyone. He said it was. I don't know how that's possible. There's a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
uh, I believe him though.
yeah.
It's crazy.
My only real gripe, I think, is the relationship between um, Gwyneth Paltrow and Timothy Chalamet. Like, I don't quite buy that she would be into. I mean, I get she's
oh,
in
I
a
do.
pretty unhappy
100%.
marriage, and he's just this little snot-nosed kid that he thinks he could do whatever he wants. Like, she never looks like she enjoys what she's doing. And I know that's kind of the point, that she's not really, she's just kind of doing it, I think, because she can, and she hates her
That's
husband.
why I buy it. Rich people behave like that.
Well, here's the thing. I thought about this a lot because she was sort of the part of the movie on first blush where I was like, I don't know if I totally needed that, but it leads you into the Kevin O'Leary stuff. It's like important
True.
to the plot, but she's also the one that let her dreams go. She was a famous actress who gave it up and had
Right.
kids and has like these huge regrets. So she's seeing someone in Timmy that is going for their dreams, and I think that is really like attractive. So I buy it in that way. I think that
Yeah.
um, obviously she put it pushes back a little bit, but he he gets away with everything because
Yeah.
people are naturally like they gravitate to him.
He's
They're
There's
slick,
just
dude.
he's
man,
a good salesperson.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's a
Randy,
lot of
there's so much of that in you, Randy, because like I've
no,
witnessed
dude.
it over and over again. Like you can you can sell snake oil to to
To the snakes.
yeah, to ice to an Eskimo. It's just like if you come at it with the right angle, with the right charisma, you know how to talk to people. Like you can get you can do a lot. And
I thank you.
yeah,
I take that as a compliment, and
absolutely should.
I I was watching this movie, and literally I was thinking like, oh, I see a little too much of myself in this guy, and I was like, I hope I don't treat people like he does. I try really hard to not abuse my abilities as like a slick talker to like I don't want to
Yeah,
like maybe when I was younger I would do that and I remember things. I remember things that I did and I'm like, "Oh man, I can't believe I was able to accomplish that." And I'm like, I did it by being kind of slimy. Like I would just convince people of things like when I was younger, I had much more in common with him when I was in my 20s, right?
right.
But that's one of the things I liked about the movie is that it was like holding a mirror to me going, "Ooh, I better behave, man. I don't want to turn out like this little shit." But like I can't stand Gwyneth Paltrow like just as a person, she just irks me. I don't like her stupid fucking face. But I did appreciate her vulnerability in this movie with showing skin and being her age. Kind of like Demi Moore in The Substance. I thought, man, she's got courage because you can only imagine what she's thinking. What are these people going to think if I'm in here in my lingerie? And she very much did. And I thought that was crazy. I just thought that was courageous. And
Mhm.
I liked her in this movie because I felt like this was kind of an honest performance. Like she might act like this a little bit. Like she's kind of like this in real life. She's kind of a high society kind of a bitch,
Well,
but she's also vulnerable. Like I
to the
think that she probably,
back to the point of my casting. Sorry
yeah,
to cut in,
yeah,
but Gwyneth Paltrow is basically retired too.
right.
She said that she's basically done. Like she did some Marvel movies and stuff, in the recent past, but she's pretty much stopped acting. And so,
She got her
casting someone
goop or
like
whatever the hell it's
her,
called.
yeah, she has her company or whatever, but casting someone like that who
Rich
like
white
I
people
think
shit.
yeah, whatever. Yeah. I think she's a weird person too,
Yes.
um I think again she has that history as an actress, as someone who like, kind of just okay, every week.
Ridiculous.
Pedro.
Right.
Good,
Pedro.
Jojo.
Anyways, yeah, she brings a lot to that role in just like the person she is and who she's playing too. So
Yeah.
that's my point.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, and I make that comment as it didn't like, take me out of the movie or anything like that, but I was just kind of like, I don't
I
fully buy in on it. I mean, I see the connection and of course that makes sense to the plot, but
yeah.
um
You know the
yeah.
one part that had me like physically go, "Oh, come on," is when they get like caught up in the park and then he asks her for another necklace. I was like, "Bro, stop it, man."
I know, dude. Just
Like,
no shame.
no
Yeah.
Just
shame,
You
dude.
got
And I'm
I only
like,
25
care
of
about
them.
myself.
Yeah, but he's
but
getting pretty desperate at that point though.
I can recall things that I did as a young man. They were never on the level of a diamond necklace or anything, but I remember being like, "Hey, I need this for this reason," and convincing people to help me in situations where I'm like, "This isn't going to turn out the way I want it to," but I still wanted to try. I think
Hmm.
that's where I have a lot in common with this dude. Is I'm willing to try shit, bro. I like trying stuff. I'm willing to just, I mean, dude, I mean, I just like
Like try
the
new
label.
things.
I just like to try stuff, dude.
Do you like
It
Viking
doesn't always turn
movies?
out.
No, I'm just
Do
kidding.
what?
I was going Killing Zoe on you.
Oh shit. Like, I just I just like to try stuff. I don't know. I have like
Keep
I've
on
always
telling us,
had
man.
this idea that I was going to leave behind nothing. So I had this like feeling of like wanting to produce cool shit. And I also never had the ability or money to do it when I was young. So I'm like, man, as an adult, I got this woman that like backs me up and has belief in me, so I should use that. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean like in a real positive way. I should use that to like further my life and like leave behind something for people to look at and go, "Oh, that was cool," or like leave some art behind or something. And I don't know if it actually matters at all. It probably doesn't at the end of things, but um, that's the kind of thought process I had when I was watching this. Though I'm like watching it, and I'm literally just thinking of like all the stuff that I've done in my life, and thinking like, man, it'd be cool to like be able to like have it all documented somehow, like just write it all down. I don't need anybody else to see it necessarily, but like just be able to. I don't want to forget about the shit I did. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I've done a lot of dumb shit, but I've done a lot of fun things, man. My life's been pretty interesting. Like it's
I'm
been
ready to forget a lot of shit that I did. I'm ready to not leave anything here. People will be like, "There's a chisel mark. That was clay."
Dude, that's
And
wild,
it
bro. I'm
like
terrified of like dying and then like people just forget me in 6 months and they're
it'd
like,
be
yeah, that
like
guy
the
was.
generations before us.
That's my point. Is I'm like, man, I don't even know my grandparents' names, bro. Straight up, I don't even know their names. Like that terrifies me. Even though am positive that when the Earth goes kaput, history books, what history books? That won't exist. Like it
Right.
won't. History doesn't actually matter. None of this shit matters. What matters is like, are you being nice today? That's what really matters. But like,
True
you know.
that.
My brain won't let me think that way on a day-to-day basis. It makes me want to go, let me go try this. Let me go do this stuff.
Same.
Yeah. I think
We're all in the
history
same arena.
history lives in the memories of the people that you impacted, like your family,
Right.
your friends. That's what's important. And I can tell you for a fact, sir, you've you've made a permanent impact on your friends and family. No one's forgetting you anytime soon. Um,
I'll take that as a compliment too, sir.
it's a compliment. But I think that this movie is inspirational in that way, though, too. Like, not just like going after it, just not wasting your life, just even, not. It's a cautionary tale too. But, obviously he's hurting people and doing things wrong, but not being afraid to take risks and
Let's do it. Just get out there
just
and do it.
just get out there and do it. Do what you need to do. Do what you have to do. Like, yeah.
I feel
Well, I
like,
can go ahead. I'm
dude,
sorry.
I just when I was very moved by this movie. Like I thought it was really inspiring. I love Uncut Gems, and this is like a better version. It's like Uncut Gems with some passion. Uncut Gems was a little more like transactional seeming.
It's a
This
little more
one is,
nihilistic.
yeah, very much so. And I love that movie, but man, this was like probably gonna be, it was up until like 20 minutes before our last podcast was going to be my number one movie. But I was like, man, one battle after another, the last 20 minutes was like, it was amazing. And Marty just didn't quite have it. But man, I mean, it's an incredible movie. and not so transactional. It's very inspirational. And so just a totally different vibe. I don't know. I thought it was awesome. I just want to get
And
my
it's
two
just
cents in.
really freaking entertaining. Like there's
Yeah,
it's
that's the
based
thing
Not
about,
boring.
yeah,
not
with Uncut
there's
Gems, it's got a nice pace too.
yeah, it never goes so far where you're like, oh, this could never happen.
Right.
I mean, it's obviously events are happening very quickly, and there's some, there's some things that maybe we're like, okay, maybe that wouldn't happen that fast, but everything, nothing really strange credulity. I think it's it just it takes you on a ride and you kind of go with it. I think it's really cool in that way, and just the pace. It's 220 minutes, and it does not feel like that. That's the same length of, as
As
I
Excalibur,
Excalibur,
was
yeah.
gonna say
and
that. I was gonna
also
say it feels half as long.
it feels half the length of Excalibur.
You know what? One thing I want to say about the character or the guy in real life or whatever is that like when I'm watching this, I feel like I'm him in the future going, "Hey man, chill." But I also know that he's thinking like, look, like whenever that dog thing went down and he was like taking this dude's
Mm,
dog, I was like, "Bro, what a scumbag move." But I know that in his head, he was thinking like, "Yeah, but like if this all works out, the dude's going to get his dog back. I'm going to get some money and I'm going to do something that the world will remember forever." And I'm going, "Okay,
right.
I've actually been in a spot like that. Not quite to that degree with like fame, but like okay, if I can just work this out, nobody actually gets hurt, blah blah blah
Right.
blah blah. It never works out, dude. It
No, it's a
never.
curse.
You got to put
Hmm.
the work in, man. The work is how you get there. Nothing worth a shit is easy to obtain. And he just couldn't get that through his head. He wanted it all to be easy to obtain. He wanted to put the work in at the ping pong table, but he didn't want to put the work in anywhere else. He wanted to do these like slick moves and go do his thing. And yeah, it was a crazy character, man. I can't wait to watch it with Carissa.
I think it's a very New Yorker attitude too, based on like stuff that Safdie has said, like everyone is kind of just scraping and like taking any little chance, any little possibility that they can just to get ahead to survive, um, and
I mean, shout out New York, but yeah, it's one of the reasons I wouldn't want to live there. Like
yeah,
I
but I think
just
there's just a lot of people with those sorts of attitudes all the time. Everyone's looking
That's
out for
real
number
life
one.
though, man. It's
Hmm.
just survival. You
that's
just
true. I
go
mean,
out there and do your best, and sometimes you get the kill, and sometimes you're the freaking dude who gets eaten.
well, just on the topic of Safdie brothers, like I feel like I can kind of see which one I like better because of watching the movie with The Rock,
Oh, Smashing Machine.
Smashing Machine.
Smashing Machine. Boy, I tell you, man, I haven't been that excited to watch a movie and then that disappointed with a movie in a long time. I
Whoa.
was fucking pissed when I watched that movie.
Really?
I thought that The Rock, his acting was far better than I thought it was going to be. And I liked all the prosthetic, all the people, things people didn't like about it, like the prosthetics and stuff, I thought was fine. He looked just like the guy. I thought it was awesome.
Hmm.
The fighting in that movie was so poorly done
Oh, really?
that I was like, why would they put this in here? Why would The Rock sign off on this? Why would anybody that knows Mark Kerr? Because dude, I am a MMA fan, pretty diehard. Like I'm pretty deep into that. I'm getting a little sick of the political part of all of it, but the fights, the athletes and stuff, I've been watching this stuff since the 90s, like full clip. I've never really taken a break. And so I know who Mark Kerr is. I've watched his fights. I watched him when I was young. And so like the Smashing Machine documentary, I've seen it. Like so I was just really, really, really hopeful. I was like Emily Blunt, Safdie brothers behind it. This is going to be amazing. A24. And then I saw the trailer and I thought, this is going to be awesome. And then I watched it and there was a lot to like about it, but there were some casting choices I didn't really understand and the fight scenes were horrendous. Like, dude, they were so bad.
Aren't they all shot from a distance or something too? Like there's nothing in the ring, right?
No, that's kind of the problem is they were shot kind of close up and they shouldn't have been, man.
Oh, really?
It was so obvious that they weren't really doing anything. Like and it felt like they were moving in slow motion. I watch a lot of fights, bro. These guys aren't that slow. I'm sorry, but like when you're playing real time and the guys moving, like they're fast. Even the heavyweights, they're quick. Like
Hmm.
so, my thought process was when they were doing that movie. A24, Safdie, The Rock, all those guys, they had the money and the pool to just clip in the fights. They were just mimicking an actual fight that happened in real life.
Right.
Just put a clip of the fucking fight in there. Like I do not understand why they needed to reenact a fight. Just put the it's a dude, UFC owns it. It's a pride. What are we doing?
Mhm.
Oh, bro, I was so pissed. I mean, The Rock's acting, I'll give it to him, man. I was a little surprised at how good of an actor he was, but the
I heard
fighting
it,
was
he was very
atrocious.
good. Yeah.
He was very good. He was very good. But the fights were so bad it ruined the whole movie for me. I was so pissed off.
Mm.
They got
The first fight, I was like, oh, that must have been just like a oops, they didn't realize it wasn't that good. And then by the third one, I was like, this is terrible. Like it was,
Ah,
I mean, dude, it was bad, man. It was very bad. But yeah, I
I was
just
kind of
wanted to
looking
bring
forward to
up.
that one.
I mean, I still think people should watch it. Maybe there's something in it. Like if you're not as involved with the fighting as I am, you might not care. But like, it really bummed me out. I was like, damn, that didn't look real at all. Like,
How much of the movie is the fights though? It can't be a lot, right?
not a lot, but I mean, I've seen these fights, bro. I know what they look like. So to me, you got to come correct or don't come at all. Like you can't half-ass that part of this film. Like it's like it'd be like if you had a movie that was a high drama and there was a really important death in the movie and the guy just blew the dying part where he went and it was in like a high drama. You're like, wait a minute, you need Sean Penn to come in there and die. Like that's who you need to come in there and cry for you. That guy. You don't need, you know, you don't need Nick Cage to do it. Like,
I was thinking that actually and wasn't gonna say anything.
I mean, look, I can accept my guy as my guy, but like, I
Uh,
just was disappointed, like to a pretty personal degree, honestly. I was like, dude, I took it personally. I was like, this is crazy, bro. I can't believe they did that so bad. The rest of the movie was pretty great. Emily Blunt, I thought, did a really good job. I honestly felt bad for her in the movie. I was like, damn, dude, this poor woman, like, but she's also a psycho. Like, I mean, if you know anything about this story, bro, like she did the job. Did it, Emily Blunt, and she's that's a good looking woman right there. So I don't mind watching her on TV.
Yeah, the
yeah.
reviews were pretty bad for this. It kind of took all my
Oh, were
excitement to
they?
watch it because, yeah, I mean, I'm a big
I
Pride
don't pay
fan from
attention to
back in
stuff
the day.
critically.
Um, I mean, I don't know if I've seen some Mark. I mean, I know who Mark Kerr is though, but I was
Dude, if you ever watch this, he's exactly like Mark Kerr. It's weird, bro. Like he looks so much like him and he talks like him and he's like Mark Kerr's got a real kind of a soft like he's like, "Hey guys, how you?" But he's this fucking monster, dude. It's the
yeah.
weirdest thing. I've
Mhm.
and yeah, dude. Yeah, at the end of the movie, it's just like not ruining any part of the plot, but like it shows like a clip of him in real life and it almost got me. I almost thought it was The Rock. Like that's how good that they did with that part of the movie. Like when it was actually Mark Kerr, I was like, "Oh shit, that was Mark Kerr." I was like, "Oh damn!" And I only figured it out because he does this thing with his face that's kind of unique to him, and with the way he smiles, The Rock couldn't really pull it off. Not that they tried, but like I just was like, "Oh damn, that's Mark Kerr." And I figured it out when he was smiling. But yeah, I mean that dude went through a lot. I mean, there's a reason why there's a documentary and a movie about a guy that's still alive. Um, yeah. Anyways,
Interesting.
Safdie, I just wanted to bring it up because I was really
Yeah.
excited about that movie. I made a point to watch it before the end of the year. I really thought that it was going to be, I thought I was going to put it above Marty Supreme when I saw that it was a movie. I was like, oh shit, this is probably going to be like one of my favorites.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting you to go like see that in the movie theater and stuff.
I
And
tried. I really tried.
yeah.
I couldn't make it happen. Dude, I've watched two movies about people that I'm really close to as far as like things I enjoy, and that would be Iron Claw and Smashing Machine. I think Smashing Machine was the more to accurate to the life story.
Yeah.
Iron Claw was so far and away a better movie, and I don't remember who directed that one, but like, um, shit, man, if you're gonna watch a movie about something like that, go watch Iron Claw because that movie will make you cry like a baby, and it's amazing. Like it's a fucking fantastic film, but this one was closer to real life. I don't know, man. I was just sad. I was bummed by it because I really wanted to have like one that I could buy and put on my shelf and be like, hell yeah, dude, that movie's badass. But like, because there's not a good MMA movie out there really. And what
Hmm.
fuck? Here
Yeah.
comes the boom. Are you kidding me? Like, what are we doing, bro? Like,
Yeah, it's hard to
Warrior.
do it like and not be corny
that
and
one's probably the
cheesy.
one I would pick.
Warrior.
Sorry, Chris.
Wow.
Yeah. Warrior's probably a good one, right? I know people don't like the
Warriors.
fighting in that, but
I mean, Warriors a decent movie, but but the fighting is ridiculous. But it's like it's a pretty good movie
it's a
though.
good
I like the
movie.
people. I like the story of the movie, the people in the movie.
Right.
But Yeah, man. I just had to get in that we hadn't really talked about uh Smashing Machine much, and it really bummed me out, man. I was pretty like the whole day after I watched it kind of early in the day, and the whole day I was just bummed out. I was like, man, that movie fucking
It's
sucked.
full
Like,
of full of MMA fighters too. Like they couldn't have put together a decent fight scene.
bro,
Mm.
I'm telling you, I literally thought that. I
Tragic.
was like, what are we doing? I almost wonder if the guys that they hired in this movie didn't really watch much of it, and then and like after the fact, we're like, oh my God, because dude, I don't even know, man. Like, and then the casting choices were strange. Like, I don't understand. Like, there were guys that were cast in this movie that were still alive. Like, why don't those guys just play them in it? Well, they're a little old. Oh, yeah, but they can play themselves better than the other guy that isn't an actor. Like, Ryan Bader's not an actor, bro. Like, why is he in this movie? Like, I just don't get it. But, it is what it
Interesting.
is, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to run through a few. I got to watch a few things this past
Shit,
week.
yeah.
So, I went and saw the 28 years later the Bone Temple.
Yeah, Bone Zone.
Bone Zone.
Bone Zone. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah, this movie's awesome. No one else has seen it yet, right? Clay, you
No.
didn't make it? Okay. I really liked it. I don't want to say much about it. I really want you to talk
I'm
to you
like
guys
nervous
about
to
it
even
though.
watch this movie based on
It's
how much you liked it.
Yeah, same.
it's really good. I don't think it's gonna blow your mind. I gave it like it's a 4 out of 5 stars to me. It's not like the best movie ever, but I thought it was really good. I really liked the previous one from last year too, but this one was quite a bit better, I thought. Um,
I've
yeah.
been seeing that as a consensus. Like everybody seems to at least kind of like better than
And
the
I
old one
was
because
I was
the
yeah,
last one kind of got hated on by it was like people were kind of 50-50 on it. Like I saw
yeah,
people just
a little more.
absolutely destroy it and think it was like the worst movie ever made.
I didn't think it was the
And
worst movie ever made, but
then some
it was
people
pretty
liked it.
lame. But I don't understand like why they would like I do and I understand it. I guess the fact is I understand it. I just don't like it. Like I understand what they're doing because it's like down the road a long way, so things are gonna be quite a bit different. But like
Yeah.
with this property in this story, I don't want that. Like if you're gonna do that, just call it something different. Don't call it have nothing to do with 28 Days Later because as far
What
as I'm
is it that
concerned,
you don't like?
the story, I just thought it was stupid. Like I don't like the kid leaving. I thought the whole thing was dumb. I just but like I mean like was it like a 2 out of 5 or no? I think
Yeah.
objectively it's fine. I just I didn't like it. Like I think it was made well. It was fine. The movie's good. But the ending of it, I was so pissed off at the end of that movie. I was like, what is this shit? And then fucking goofy looking dudes in tracksuits. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
I think that last scene is a little misleading because that is not really not how they are in the movie at all. It's
that's
not
even
like
more annoying.
it's not like a bunch of Power Rangers like flipping around and stuff. Uh
Pterodactyl. Fucking.
I mean they're going around like killing people and like skinning people alive and stuff. It's pretty gnarly. There's a one like long sequence that's pretty mean, man. It's pretty nasty.
Is Colin Farrell in it though? I mean, if he is, I'm good.
No? Why
No,
would he be in it?
he's the only guy I want to see in tracksuits, man.
Oh, okay. Um,
I love that shit. I want one of those tracksuits.
yeah, but that stuff works way better than I thought though. And the kid, I know a lot of people didn't like following the kid through the first movie, and he really takes a back seat in this one. He's like a part of the story, but it's not they're not really following his story as much. It's really more about the leader of this gang and then the Ralph Fiennes, the Bone Temple character, and that stuff is all really good.
I'll
Um,
probably watch it still. I want to see it in the theaters if I can.
So
Regardless of how I feel about the first one, this one I still want to see it.
so it might be like spoiling things, and I guess you don't have to answer it if it is, but like then what's the point of the first movie then?
I
Like
almost said the
it
same shit,
almost
bro.
sounds and I like years later. I thought it was pretty good, but what's the point if it kind of puts the kid in the back seat and focuses on something they just kind of threw in the last five minutes of the last movie?
I mean, I think ultimately, because there is going to be a third one, I think ultimately he is like the through line between the three movies.
Okay.
I
Which I
forgot
don't.
there's a third one in the works or talks or something.
Yeah. Um, I don't want to like straight up spoil anything, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he
guess
will
just like
be.
to ask a specific question is like was there like a cohesion between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I think he is kind of the ultimate thread that you're following through it, but just he's kind of trapped in this situation, so he doesn't have a whole lot of agency in this chapter of the story. Um, but yeah,
Okay.
the all the Ralph Fiennes stuff I thought was fantastic. And then the all the gang stuff,
The Jimmies.
the Jimmies, is pretty nasty and fun, and yeah, it's just really cool. I
I'm excited to see it.
I don't know
Honestly.
I don't know how to talk about it without y'all seeing it first, but yeah, uh, really really dug it. If this is how the year is starting, then I'm hoping that it's you know that it's going to be a good year because it's a good start. Also, Clay and I went and saw No Other Choice, the
Yeah.
Park Chan Wook movie.
Was it good?
I thought it was really good. I feel like I need to watch it again. I always feel that with all his movies though. Like they're so dense. There's so there's so much happening in his movies that like it's hard to catch
I think that's kind of
everything.
a Korean film thing, man, in my
A little
experience.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But like Decision to Leave, I
Oh,
don't
that
think I
movie's
ever
so good.
watched that a second time, but I need to because it's definitely a movie that was like, man, I like that a lot, but I think I missed some stuff. Like there's a lot going on, and this
Dude, that
is
movie is one of my favorite like cinematography movies. I love the way that movie
yeah,
looks. Oh,
it's
I love it.
beautiful.
I love it.
And this is like has some different style, but it's equally like beautiful and like really really experiments with his camera work and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if do you know anything about it, Randy?
I know nothing about it. I
Okay,
have barely even heard the name of it a
you
couple
want like a
times.
basic
Yeah, yeah,
synopsis?
yeah. Dude, I mean, you can
Okay.
tell me, you ruin shit for me. I don't care. I'm not gonna
I
ruin
was
it
gonna
anyway.
say honestly, I feel like we could because I know Chris has also seen it. I feel like we could have
Yep.
a real discussion about it, and it might help you like it more.
Yeah.
Actually, like if we
I mean,
just
I'll probably go
talk
watch
about
some
it
breakdowns.
openly.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
gonna bother me at all. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't need to have
Probably.
movies like unspoiled for me, unless it's like a
Right.
some kind of crazy twist that gets spoiled. That bothers me. But like a plot, I don't give a shit, man. I'm still gonna watch it.
Right. So it's set in modern times. It's this this guy who works for a paper company who gets laid off at the first 20 minutes of the movie, and the movie is about him trying to survive, trying to find another job basically, but he's works for a paper company. In itself it's a job that isn't really needed much anymore, so it's he's
Yeah.
He's
outmoded.
super into paper.
Yeah, like
Like
extremely, like in the way that like these are craftsmen. He's been doing this job for 25 years, and suddenly he has nothing, no outlet.
yeah.
So
That's terrifying to think of.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, well, it's I think it's there's it makes some pretty strong uh connections to like the world of AI and like how we are like people are losing their jobs and stuff. Um, but yeah, the movie is ultimately about him fighting to get a job, and in doing so, he decides to kill all the competition. So anyone who like is like at his level as an expert paperman,
Yeah. He finds.
he tracks these people down and kills them.
Yeah. He
Like
finds like.
actually murders them.
Yeah. He finds like the
Yes.
like what like four or three or four, something like that. Like most qualified candidates.
Yeah.
Like he puts out like a fake job posting. So he takes all resumes or whatever he's getting, and
What
picks
the
out like
hell?
the
Here's
three
the
best ones
yeah.
and decides to kill them
What's this
to.
called again?
No other choice. Here's the
Bro, I'm
thing,
trying to see
though.
this shit tomorrow. This
Here's
sounds
the
awesome.
thing. It's
It's
not
silly.
what you
It's
think. It
no.
is.
Okay.
It is very, very farcical. Like this guy is basically an idiot. It's like
Oh,
it's
damn.
like it's like if it's because you think Korean movie, you think old boy, this is gonna be like a grimy, like nasty movie where he's murdering people. That's not
Okay.
really not what it is. Like
Well, then I'll
he's
skip that and watch it at home.
He's he's a he's a paper guy who like decides that he needs to kill somebody. So he has no idea what he's doing. So it's more like
Yeah,
a
kind of like that.
it's
And he fumbles through all
he
of them.
fumbles through all of it. It's almost like it's more like a Coen Brothers movie where it's like
Yeah.
a
Okay.
comedy of errors, like where he's doing all these things and like and and it takes a long time before even the first person gets killed, and even then it's like sort of a mistake.
Dude, there's a movie like that that, man, it feels like that other movie. It feels kind of like that movie. What is it called? I think it's also fairly new. Was it Bong Joon-ho that made it? Where the guy was like, he was like the slickster and he was like a reseller. Who
Oh,
made
that
that?
was
Oh,
Cloud,
yeah,
right?
Cloud, Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
That's who it was. It feels like same vein as that to me.
A
That
little
was
bit, yeah,
that
because
was very similar.
I watched that one.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's a little similar to that. I think the
I love
no
that
other
movie.
I think no other choice is played up a little bit more, like the silliness of
Okay.
it. Um,
So I really
and
liked
it's
Cloud a
it's a
lot.
exponentially better made. I mean, Kiyoshi Kurosawa was pretty good, but I mean, I don't think he's got the talent quite like Park Chan-wook does.
Mm.
I mean, not
Um,
many do,
no,
to be
it's not
fair.
it's not a fair comparison, but still. And I didn't particularly care for Cloud that much. Like I liked Cloud, but just some of the stuff bugged me about it. And honestly, the same stuff bugged me about No Other
Mm.
Choice because it's kind of silly. Everybody's kind of an idiot. It's the point of the movie, it's supposed to be, but it's just not, it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So
Mhm.
it was a little bit of a bummer to me, but it's still a good movie. It's definitely worth checking out.
I
And
liked it.
and like I remember watching Parasite for the first time, and I was like, I like it. I mean, it was already getting talked about as like the best movie ever. Um,
Sir, it
and
is. No, I'm playing.
and the first time I watched Parasite, I was like, I liked it, but I don't love it. Kind of similar to this. Like I
How do
just
you feel about it now? Do you still feel that way?
no, but Parasite's. I think
Yeah.
Parasite's way better than this, and that's kind of where I think also I'm being a little unfair to No Other Choice. That
Mm.
I mean, is it worse? I mean, not really. It's probably pretty on par with it. Um,
I think there's a lot of comparisons to
yeah,
Parasite in a lot of ways.
yeah.
It's
Really? Oh man, you
not
guys have me fucking
it's
flip-flopping on this,
it's
dude. I'm gonna
not
go
the
see it now.
same kind of movie.
It's not. It's not the
You're
same
gonna
movie
watch
though.
it,
No, no, no.
Randy. You're gonna watch it,
Yeah,
Randy, and be like, "No, those movies are very different." Of course,
no, no, no.
they are
But you're
very
talking about
different.
like more or less like the characters in the movie, right? Are both kind of like flopping into shit
Mm,
happening. They're like tripping into things happening, and I don't
Sort
know.
of, yeah. And just like what the movies are about, like modern times, social
Yeah,
issues, a lot of those sort
yeah.
of,
I'm grasping what y'all are talking about.
yeah,
I'm still wanting,
it
but you're making me want to
has,
go see it. I wouldn't expect it to be a similar movie to Parasite, but like having similarities, and
yeah.
like I'm pretty sure I can catch them, man. I really love Korean film. I think that's another like mark on the good side. Like I just enjoy that movies from that part of the world. I really like the way they direct. I like their acting. I like their language doesn't even bother me, and I don't understand any of it. Like I can't watch a movie that's got a bunch of German in it because I don't understand it, and I don't really care for the language much. I care less these days than I used to, but like I do like Korean stuff just for whatever reason really strikes me as just something I enjoy. I wish I could go to that part of the world. Well, part of that part of the
Yeah.
world. Specifically, I'd love to go visit North Korea. I think it sounds like an amazing place. But
Of course.
I'll go hang out
Well,
with Dennis Rodman for a while.
the thing is, I think South Korea has adopted a lot of American culture in a lot of ways. Like they've taken our capitalism, a lot of like a lot of our culture, and integrated it. And so I think when we watch their movies, there's still big differences in their culture, but there's a lot of similarities that you can see too. And I think that's a big part of what it's talking about. It is talk like the movie is a lot about capitalism and how it becomes dog eat dog, and like how it's
Hmm.
everyone for themselves, especially right now, um and like really, like if these guys would stop for 2 seconds and just work together instead of like, or just like talk to your wife and just like figure it out, instead of like, oh
Yeah.
no, I have to go kill some people just so I can get a job
Yeah.
to
Yeah, just to work at some stupid corporation that
yeah.
that probably sucks, but you're gonna fight for this job.
Right. And just like, and being unwilling to change your station in life. Like a big part of it is like he's like the beginning of the movie is like very idealistic. He's got the beautiful house, he's got the beautiful family, and all these things that he's accumulated. He's worked so hard for all these things over this many years and stuff, and he's like he's comfortable and he's unwilling to give that stuff up. And
Mm.
like what people are willing to do to 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 live in the way that they're accustomed. You know what I
I
mean?
understand that. We're going through
Yeah.
that shit right now. Like,
I feel it too. I really loved the movie. And it's only gotten better as I've thought about it. I think it's a really smart movie.
I probably have time to squeeze one movie in tomorrow. I might want to go see that one over Bone Temple. What do you think, Josh? Which one should I pick if I can only pick one? You know me pretty well.
Man, um, it's a toss up. I really
It
Yeah,
don't
doesn't
it's
really feel like
kind
a
know.
of a
very easy choice.
yeah, part of me wants to tell you just to go watch the horror movie. I haven't seen Bone Temple, but I mean, kind of want
That's
to
a valid
default
point. That's a
to the
very valid point.
to the horror movie for you. But I mean, I know you
Yeah.
do like Korean films. I mean, it's kind of a toss, I think, whether you're gonna maybe feel more. I mean, you might feel more like me with this one,
I
or you
don't
might
think
feel
it's
more like
I don't think
Josh.
it's yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like, I know you really love Decision to Leave. I don't know if this one will hit you as hard.
I like
I
Decision to Leave
I
better.
see. I think I'm on the other side. I need to rewatch that one. It's been a
I'm
while,
willing to
but
watch and enjoy a 2.5 star movie though. Like that's the thing is I
yeah,
don't have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do like movies that are lower on the totem pole than maybe you would enjoy. Like, so like
Here's what I'll
I do
say. If
think
I
there's.
was gonna pick one that I had to see in the theater, I think this is a better theater movie.
Oh no shit, huh?
North, yeah, yeah, yeah. No Other Choice, I think, is a better movie to watch in the theater. I think
Okay.
it is a long, kind of a long movie, which most Korean movies are, but I
Yeah.
think being locked in the theater is going to be a lot better than trying to watch it at home with your
I
kids
feel that
running around
that
screaming.
actually makes sense.
That's
Bone
part of
Temple, I think is, I think you could watch that anytime and get the same
Especially
experience out
since
of
I
it.
have the screen in here now.
Yeah.
yeah. I think that was my part of my problem with No Other Choice too. Is I watch it at home. I was impatient, so I watched it at home.
How many, yeah, like I'm sure you had to pause it a few times and
Yeah,
get up and yeah, yeah. I think that having like being locked in the chair in a dark theater made a big difference.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, I don't want to sound like I like didn't like it. Just I mean, I love Park Chan Wook. It just
Yeah.
Damn, it's
it's
not playing
just
anywhere near me. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Clay drove all the way down to Sugarland to watch it over here where I'm
Really?
at. Yeah,
How'd
he
you feel
was.
about it, Clay? You're not talking much. Did you hate it?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't completely floored by it. I like Decision to Leave more. I think it's a great movie, like a fantastic movie. It's very detailed, obviously, Asian persuasions movies.
Okay.
Focused on the intricacies, the details. And that makes occasionally for a watch that is not terribly relaxing, right? You have to be pretty
Sure.
plugged in.
Yes.
But this movie is casual in a lot of ways to where you don't have to be 100% locked in. And I don't think you'll miss a lot of, too crazy plot points, but man, it's a cool movie. It's a commentary on capitalism. I'm a big capitalist, so at the end of the
yeah.
day, I'm like, yeah, I get it. But he should have started a business, and so stuff like that. I'm like, you can always adapt life isn't over. You don't have to go for extremes, but I also think it illustrates sort of inflexibility on people's behalf. A lot of times they're like, I'm an engineer. I cannot go cook burgers. I just will
Right.
not do it. Don't care. And so, we silo ourselves into these inflexible roles in life. And sometimes you have to just say, well, I'll put what I want to do on pause and, figure it out. And that takes years sometimes, and it's a real bitch. But sometimes I think that may be a beneficial thing for personal growth. And this movie, I think that is what it showed me most of all, is like just be
Mhm.
flexible. But it's a cool movie, man.
And
It's
it's
elegant,
it's a
beautiful.
satire about that though, like
Right, right.
it's poking fun at those sort of people, and I think it's interesting that it is uh
Totally, totally. But I think
specifically
if you just look at the surface, you can miss that.
sure. I
You could
think
just be like, oh yeah, capitalism's bad, bad. These people are screwed and they have no choice and they're just gonna, but anyway, we're probably going too much detail, but
no,
Well,
but
I mean,
it's
I have two like immediate thoughts about that though. One, I'm glad I asked you because I think what you said adds a lot of value to what I'm thinking. But
mhm,
two, I want to commend my wife because what you were just talking about, she was not at all interested in doing what she
mhm.
just got back from doing, which was Uber Eats, because we don't have a fucking choice right now. And so
dude,
the fact that
No
she was,
other choices. They say it a lot of times in the movie.
yeah, and
been
so,
there
oh yeah, I
myself.
didn't even, I'm so fucking, I didn't even think about that. But like,
Yeah.
the fact that she's
Has
willing to go out and do that, I know that she's like, man, I got a fucking degree, I got experience in my field, I'm qualified, I work hard, and
I
she's
think
like,
that's going to be a lot of us, man, with
has she
AI, like Josh was saying, you throw AI into the mix and maybe our whole lives are about to change. That's what everybody
Hmm.
keeps telling me anyway. So,
has
we
she
could all be driving around doing Uber.
has she thought about eliminating all her competition?
no, but I'm about to go whisper in her ear, and we're gonna go mask up later tonight, and I'll
Yeah.
just see you guys on the news.
I know,
Uh,
first person to go see.
you know, but no, I do want to give her credit for that. Not that she'll ever see this or anything, but that's got to be hard. I can adapt and
Yeah.
do shit like that because I've done it my whole life. My whole life, I've been like, well, I can go bartend, I can go sell weed, I can go work retail, I can go do like I don't give a shit. Money is money to me. I don't care how I get it. I just want to be happy at the end of the day.
Right.
And you know, if I had to go do that, I'll do it. But we're different people, So I think it takes a lot of courage and character for her to go do that. And I probably should go tell her that. But like, she knows. We've talked about it. But like, it's impressive to me that she's willing to do it. And you know, but yeah, it's the world is a weird place. I mean, you have all these people out there. I don't. Yeah, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff going on that are like. It's not like a political thing or anything, but just like people in
Hmm.
general dealing with like just the way the world is now is so strange. Like customer service doesn't exist no more. AI is coming around. The customer service thing angers me. Like I work so hard at like treating people right, and I go to places on a daily basis, and I'm just disappointed and I'm angered. And people are like they don't get paid enough. Look, I love my friends. Nitty, I'm talking to you, motherfucker. Uh, these they don't get paid enough to be nice at fast food places. Then don't take the job. You got hired to go be nice. You're in like a custodian, like a customer service job, your whole entire job is to treat people kindly.
Yeah.
You don't know what those people are dealing with in the drive-through, why they might be angry or rude, but it's not your job to care about that. Your job is to just be, you don't even got to be like nice. You just don't have to be a dick. And they're so unpleasant all the time. You go anywhere, people are just unpleasant. They're like now I get so surprised by people just being like at a level playing field zero. I'm like, damn, she was really nice. In reality, no, she wasn't. She was just saying hi. But
Yeah.
Hmm.
that's how bad it is now. You go anywhere, dude. I was in a where was I at? I was somewhere in a maybe it was a bank. I think it was a Wells Fargo. I was depositing a check, and I stood there for like 5 minutes, and there was people standing around talking. A guy behind the counter, and I'm standing at the little thing where it says like wait here, and I just stood there, and this girl's like leaning on the counter, and I'm like hello. Like I remember the first time I was a youngster, got hired at a place. They said when a person walks in the door, you got 30 seconds to say hello.
Yeah.
You don't have to go take their order or whatever it is I was doing, but you have to acknowledge their presence. Like you know how bad you feel walking in somewhere and there's seven people and nobody says a word to you. You're the only customer. It's like, bro, I hope this place closes. Like, fuck you. You don't need a job if
It
you
happens
can't do the job.
all the time.
And for people to say they don't get paid enough, I think it's ludicrous, man. It's ludicrous. Don't take the job if you can't do the job. But I say all that to say, like, it takes a lot of courage for somebody that's in a field to go do another job and then to do it well. Because I know she's nice to people. I know she's working hard. I know she's out there like trying to get pick up as many runs as she can. And like, it maybe people my age will start taking jobs from these 18-year-olds, and these young kids will be fucked out of money, and they'll be like, what? Well, yeah, do we hire somebody that was nice actually because that guy's got experience? Like that wouldn't even surprise me. They're going to find a lot of people that are way overqualified taking these jobs from these young people, and they're all these young people that thought that could do whatever they want. Shit's about to get real weird, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, rant over with, man. I'm gonna shut up, but like, yeah, dude, it's. I kind of want to go see this movie now, man. This dude's probably got a point. Let's go murder some people. Fuck it. Like, take out the
That's good.
competition.
I don't
Dude.
know if that's quite what the what the ultimate message is. To go
No,
ahead.
no, I know.
You should go murder some people, but yeah, I think it is like nail on the head for a lot of things going on right now. So it's a really good movie. I do want to mention one more movie, the new Netflix Ben Affleck.
Oh, I want to
yeah.
watch that
Batman
so
movie,
bad.
The
Yeah,
Rip.
great movie.
Really, just really
The
fun.
Rip.
Yeah.
I love those guys so much, bro. Specifically,
Man, I can't believe you
Affleck,
haven't
dude.
watched it yet.
I
was
haven't
really
had time
hoping
to watch it, and not like be falling asleep. So I want to watch it when I can pay attention. You know what? I might just stay home tomorrow morning and watch that movie from the house. That might be the move. Watch it from home. I just got my 50-foot HDMI cable, so I can plug in all my shit now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying, dude? Turn it up loud. The kids will be at school.
Dude,
Just crank it up.
it's just a good time. I mean, some people are, bagging on it because it's
Psh,
sort of silly or whatever. It's a tough guy movie.
supposed to be.
It is exactly what you want from this sort of
That's
movie
what I'm
to me.
talking about, bro.
It's a really good time.
I can't stand Rogan, and I'm watching that Rogan episode because I like Affleck and Matt Damon so much.
I watched it too. I like those guys. So, yeah, just really cool, good action, good tough guy dialogue, some good twists and turns. It's exactly what you want.
Dude, this movie's only 90 minutes, so if one of y'all watches it early and like hates it, let me know and I'll switch it up. I got a couple on the
Back burner.
yeah, so
I
Cool.
think we'll be okay.
Anything you guys want to bring up before we close it out?
Nah, I gotta get out of here.
I
Getting
figured.
a little long in the tooth here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could talk for another 2 hours, but I'm not gonna. Love you guys.
I
All right.
believe
See you later.
you.